Hey, this is Blind Fox and welcome at my little gameplay through. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So on one of my other channels somebody said, well, I'm obviously Afrikaans, so why don't I record in Afrikaans? The answer is, why should I? Although my English isn't perfect, it doesn't suck that much. I've heard people speaking worse English than I do. And besides, not a lot of people do speak Afrikaans outside of South Africa. Maybe some in Australia and a bit in Canada, but not really. There might even be still some people in Argentina who speak Afrikaans, but not much. Since Afrikaans wasn't really invented when they moved over there. So, I'll do this in English. We do have three more levels to go. We are on level 28. This really is going slowly if you think about what it did in the beginning. We don't have any more things that's in level 3. We do have some tier 1s. We've got the Kozienice Rifle and the Carbine 98 over yonder. Let's see what we've got here. We've got water damaged grot. We do have a grot in our Arasaka with lack of interest. Hang on. We might just do another Karasaka. I think we do have a Karasaka in our little safe here, and I want 2 Arasakas. Let's see. My gun. No. Do we have another Arasaka? Carbine 98. See, here we've got Arasaka. I think, is that Arasaka as well? We want 2 Arasakas because we want one with the telescope and one without. Let's see. Yes, so we're gonna buy this Arasaka. We do have enough to go. How much? We've got 2,000, so I can't put that high on it, but as long as I stay within my means, we can buy it. Apparently they have more interest. $140, we can go to $195. How much is that? $80, $290. Okay, we got it. We've got 5 left. So we're not going to do the Arasakas today, but let's just get rid of the Arasaka, put it in our safe. This, I think, is the least money we ever had. So here we've got Arasaka. What we want to do with this is, it's the only firearm with long gun that has got its own telescope, and I want one with a telescope and one without the telescope, but we'll do the grot or the Kozienice rifle. So I want one with a telescope and one without a telescope, so we have to make some money first so that we can fix the gun for ourselves. Now we're not going to take this one apart because you don't make more money this way. If you take the whole thing apart, we're just going to remove the stuff that we need to remove. If you want to read some stuff about what's going on here, do so. You can see there's this little thing with writing there. I cannot read it, sorry, or else I would have. But you can at least, what I like about this, if you can read the stuff there, you can actually get some information about the parts and such, which is really interesting. I just can't do it while I'm playing. Because frankly, between how I see and my dyslexia, I'm not going to struggle to do this while I'm actually recording. It's going to be a very boring. Yeah. So this is a antique, you can see there. This is an interesting rifle. There's some stuff extra with this one that isn't with the other flintlocks. It's still a shame that we don't have a matchlock. They really should add some. And especially with, I think, Browm Bess, I think its stretches are quite a bit. I think there was some modifications done on it to make it caplock as well, I'm not sure, but a lot of these flintlock, matchlock stuff, especially between the matchlock and flintlock division, and then later when you get to the flintlock caplock split, there was some weapons that was made for, say, matchlock in the end and then went to flintlock, and then weapons made for flintlock and went to caplock, and then again weapons made for caplocks that went to actual ammunition, as in self-contained ammunition, as in breech loaders. One of these is the, I think, the Derringer straddled the two worlds. The Colt 90 Peacemaker and the military model. I think the Colt. There's some of the Colt models that also straddled the two. That was made for caplock. Oh, sorry, yes, for caplock, and then was converted to take metal cartridges. Now this is a simple relative job since it's an antique. Although I think we can buy some new stuff for this, we can't make some new stuff. We can make some stuff for the reproduction. This is supposed to be the easiest, most gentle of the two cleaning methods. Sandblasting is supposed to be a much more harsh cleaning method, that's why we use this. This only came into the game when they added the flintlocks. Before that you only had the sandblaster, but after they add this for the flintlock and antique stuff, you can use it on some of the normal pieces as well. I wonder if they're ever going to add something. What are they going to put here? Because we've got some bottles that looks like might be a welding, soldering set. We've got some earmuffs. There's some saws and stuff. I wonder what is, or if this is just gonna stay decoration. Let's see the rest of this bench. Where does this bench stop? See, that one stops there. So here is another bench with what on? There's a little, well, this is a little wheel. There's some other stuff there. So I wonder if this ever will be something. Not exactly sure what that is, but well, yeah. So very interesting. See if there any another bench that isn't used is this. I don't know what this is. This is the paint one. This one, I wonder what is all this stuff supposed to be. Or is this part of the paint, since there is some paint stuff there as well. Here we've got this, we've got that. These two benches work together. This is apparently just a storing rack. I haven't used this a lot. This is to center your telescope. Let's do some oiling. I wonder what oil brand they use. Do they use mineral oil? Do they use Pistol? Let's see, can we see what oil make they use? No, we've just got super gun oil. Just gun oil, clean, lubricate, protect. Huh. So we do not know what kind of gun oil we are using. So some of the farmers near where I live, or used to live, they used motor oil for some of their firearms, which is not the actual oil you should use. But yes, that is something else. It might be a cheap alternative, but I don't know how good that is for your gun. But luckily in the game, we have gun oil. Not sure if it is mineral oil, if it is non-mineral oil. I don't think we ever oil our stocks, so maybe it's not something like ballastol, because then you would have been able to actually do some oiling, put some oil on your stock as well, because that is for wood and for metal apparently, if I am not mistaken. So this is cool because this is not in some of the other guns. It has its own flint storage compartment. And I've seen, I can't remember which other gun also has a separate flint storage compartment as well. Not in the game, but on a YouTube video somewhere. And I don't think it was the Kozienice. It was another, I think it was one of the rifles. I'm not sure if it was the Wesley Richards, whatever. I can't actually remember which firearm, but it was some other rifle, I think. Is it the Wesley Richards one, or Wes, or some? It's a British rifle, not the Baker. Not sure if it was Wesley. No, Wesley Richards I think is another one, but it's a really interesting thing, this, that you can store. You've got this extra store for flint in the gun itself. A lot of guns we are used to for having oil storage cans in the back, or little bottles in the back. Which would have been cool if you had come on, the actual storage, no, oil storage vessel in the back. That would have been interesting. As in, you know, what is actually stored, how did the original storage vessel look, and that we could open this flint storage compartment. I don't think we can. There's two things there. What is this? I wonder what that... See, there's two triggers and I'm not really sure what this one is. So there we go, we've gone this one. And we have shot this one before. Come on, finish. There we go. Again, this is one of the case is nicely ornamented, but not the actual rifle much. You can see we aren't really getting a lot of experience here. The cat is being annoying in the background. Good, we've made some money. Nothing we can actually afford here. We are still gonna do, I think, the Carabiner 98. What else is there here? So this one we have pistol. We've done all three with that, so I'm not gonna do this one. This is also a nice old one. Desert Eagle. Oh, well, let's leave the Carabiner where it is. We'll have a old episode, as in flintlock and caplock episode this time. We're not going to do that one because we are fully experienced with it. I really hope they add infields here as well, some of the British stuff. Again, we've got a nice... And this, I think, is one of the most elaborate pistol cases that we get. You see all of this extra little pieces that comes in with it. You've got, I think, know what all of this is, but you can see all of the extra stuff. So we do have quick disassembly. Did I get the right one? Yes. We've got quick disassembly, which is nice. So at least with quick disassembly, of course, if we get quick disassembly, quick assembly, we can of course go through this faster. That's the good thing about the freestars, but I want to research all of the guns I can. That's why I'm not taking some of the guns we already have freestars in, although in its sense it would be faster. Delightful. And I do like the wear on the parts, that there's actual scratch marks, either tools. You can see some of the blemishes over time, the reaction of the metal with oxygen blemishes there. And then there's some actual decoration on some of these pieces. Again, you can see some of the wear and tear here. It is very nice. go. I sort of thought that you might have some, but this might be too hot for the gun part. Being that it's electrical and all, I would have thought some sanding paper would be much better. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, what don't we have? We've got something we don't have. Let's see. What haven't we done? Ah, we need to finish our stock some. There, yes. We need the wax. Again, the wax has got, it really needs a different sound, I think. I think it works. I would much rather have a to and fro sound on this than just that sound. There we go. Some other game I'm going to play is Ranch Simulator, because not only do you get to do some farming, you also get to do some hunting. I haven't played the game yet, so I'm really looking forward to it. M1772. Now this is one of the more complicated flintlocks, I think. There is a lot more little finicky parts that is around than some of the others. So do feel free to pause and read. If I can remember this, I'm not sure exactly, model M1772, who exactly made this, if it's a French one or which, I don't remember if they actually say, but very complicated design this. You can see why the case was so very much ornate. since this gun is so much complicated. I mean, if you can afford all of this work, you really want a very, very ornate case. Something else they can have is wheel locks. That would be cool as well. With your match locks, you can have your wheel locks. You can even have your arquebuses and your... what's the other one? I know there's something like a cannon foundry one as well. I think Cannon Foundry Simulator, I'm not sure. Can't really afford a lot of games, so we'll see what we can get for free and what I actually enjoy playing. So I do not see why I should have a game on the channel that I don't like playing, and I do like playing this one. Very nice. So caplocks was actually a very recent sort of invention. They had matchlocks and flintlocks I think was around longer than caplocks actually were before they added the new case ammunition that has got comes with its own case and everything as we know it today. Good. Let's do the Mequelet anyhow. Who else do we have? Is it another Kozienice? Here's Browm Bess as well. Oh hell, let's do Browm Bess. We're going to do all of the little flintlocks today. We'll do the other one as well. Let's just go and fetch you. Come on, where are you? I've got Derringer there. Let's do you, because I want to show you what happens with this one if it's a full one. Now there we go. So we'll start at the top and we'll work our way down. This time we'll actually finish all of these. You can see there not as much. There is some extra. You've got a powder horn, looks like. Something else, maybe. Is there a powder? It's just oh no, it's just a cavity. But there, it looks like a powder horn lying there, and I'm not sure what's up top there. But not as much stuff in the box as we had with our previous one. Now here we can say we've got quick assemble. Or quick disassemble. Which is much faster than if you assemble it by hand. And here you can see some of the intricate scroll or actual work on the gun. There, very nice patterning. Well, this thing's sound is actually quite... I presume we are wearing earplugs or earmuffs, or what do you call it, ear protection, because it's not as loud as I should think it is. Although here there's definitely something you would do here with that can extract it on top of that table. So I really wonder what we're going to, if they're going to bring in some stuff. And now here's the nice work. Let's see. No, we didn't complete everything. Most likely we need to do, there we go, we need to finish this off as well. What are we doing on this? We are doing some work here. Well, this thing doesn't have a bad sound. Now it's this that is just not... This woodworks just... I really would have liked a different sound. It doesn't sound so very much... hey, this is cool. Over dramatically. Oh, cool. This is the first time I actually noticed it. We've got the bayonet. Very nice. It sounds too mechanical, the wax. There we go, and now the good thing of having 3 stars, quick assemble. So if you have got some 3-star stuff, it's a good way of getting through this. Now this we don't have to do, but I do like to do it. Oopsie, I should have not did that so far. There we go. You can see how slowly we creep up, how slowly our the increase. It's not really a fast increase of stuff we get. Now the next one we are going to do is, we've got Browm Bess. What's done here? Derringer, I think. A little Derringer. And again, we do have a powder flask. There. Little, what is it? Little ramrod? Little, I'm not exactly sure what that is. Might be a little ramrod. Yeah, little, anyway, what that is. Could be a little ramrod. We should, yeah. This one is a caplock. Oh, come on. Getting lost. There we go. Nice, the patterning on the grip there. Oh, come on. See, we can't do a quick disassemble here. There we've got some. Go. Really nice anti-slip there. Something else I wish they had was for the Colt Peacemaker would be ivory. Ivory on the stock or on the handle. Oh, it's supposed to. It's more. I would really like a ivory handled Colt. The reason they used ivory was ivory has got some very interesting properties. It is anti-slipping, so if your hand sweats when you grab your gun, it is a naturally anti-slipping compound. It doesn't. See, there is a little ramrod here. I don't know why. I've got one in the bag or in the case as well. And it's got naturally anti-slipping properties, which is very interesting. So it's not just because it looked cool that they made the gun handles or the pistol handles from ivory. It was because if your hand was sweating, it sort of gave you better grip. You can see the little, we didn't really make a lot of progress yet. It's such a teeny tiny amount of progress we are making. Again, there's some very nice work on these pieces. When we've got a lot of money, we can make some weapon from scratch again. So one thing they can add with the Colt is I could add another model that we can have caplock Colt. And they can add ivory. That would be so nice. Ivory handle. I mean, all of the westerns, all of the good and evil characters in westerns always have ivory handled Colts. I mean, it's just a you should have, a must have. I wonder if I ever will get the Smith & Wesson, because I know they have got a different opening on some of their. I think they've got a break open revolver. If I'm not mistaken, one of their revolvers is a break open or a some other design that's not the Colt's one. You can see here the caplock very fewer little parts than the cousins or the model 1772 flintlock had. But you can see that it's much easy. It's quite easy, I mean, to just take out off this type of lock and editing the flintlock, or for that matter doing the remove a flintlock and adding a caplock. As far as I know, this never was a flintlock pistol. Right. Come on, there we go. You can see the safety in here. If you have it half cocked, it won't fire. You could see there, it's not really, we are not really making a lot. Progress is slow. But since it's fun actually taking this stuff, doing this, I mean, it's not high, heavy pressure fun, but you can of course go and take this for a spin on the rifle range, which and again, this case, nothing extra. Not even an extra little powder horn or something. Here much less things attached to the rifle. So we do expect this to be as simple as possible rifle, since it was a military one. And it was one of the it might have been, I think, one of the longest serving military rifles. I'm not sure, because it's actually between, at this stage, I think it's between this one and well, the Enfield's not really, because they didn't serve that long. Not as main military rifles. Or firearm, sorry, this is not a rifle, this is a musket. Smoothbore, so I mean, Enfield did serve since, but it wasn't the same model. It wasn't. There was such a lot of changes between the models. None of them really served for that long. But this rifle, or this musket, smoothbore musket, did serve a very long time. If I remember right, it could have been 100 years. I'm not sure. There was different models, but I don't think there was that much of a difference between them. Now this stock looks terrible. It's not cracked, but it's not in a good way. I sometimes wish that they had different models of this stuff as well. That would be cool, but maybe just for me. You know, there was little differences between them. Very nice, very, very nice. Let's go further, do that, and then we need to go and look at our stock. You can just keep it as is, but it's more fun to move it around. Did you see that little bitty yellow bit is what we did? And I know you can complete this because I've done it in a game before. I've played through the whole game. Now you can see how lovely it is when we clean this up. Again, a very big piece of firearm for just this little. Now this is a bit more difficult always than the much more difficult to work on the wood. It's much more, it's like the oil, it's much more sensitive to where you have worked. So much more difficult, these long stocks, to actually work on. That's the only problem I have, is some of these overlarge gun stuff is just, and it's just so difficult to work on. Okay. A lot of things to clean. Let's just zoom in. And again, feel free to read. Sorry I can't read it. Really would like to read it. You can see there's no store for any flints. You can see there's a much less little things to add on to this flintlock than there was in the model 1772. Still a lot of things to add, but not as much. Come on, and this is again a very long rifle component. And if I can see, missing something yet? No, well, it doesn't want to go in there now. Oh, there we go. Come on, there we go. And we are done. This is really very slow, but we are going to complete this game. It will take us weeks and months, but that I think is all of the flintlocks and caplocks in game. We did the guzzets today. We did all of the other flintlocks. So that was our game for today. And we have gotten some new ones, so we might even have enough to finish our Arasaka next time. We do have 2 Arasaka now. Arasakas, what do you call them plural? You can see how the little bit we just increased. But we are increasing. We are also increasing this. We haven't completely filled up all of these, but we are making progress. Slowly but surely we are making progress. See, there is no other flintlock that we haven't done. So we've done all of the flintlocks today. Good. Very nice. So that was the end. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this flintlock and caplock frontloader episode. Thanks for watching. Please support the channel. Please subscribe. Please go and donate on patreon.com and see you at my next game playthrough. Sorry we didn't shoot any, but we've done that before as well.